Candace, welcome. I'm glad to see you. Um, Happy Tuesday, everyone. Sorry my hair's such a mess. I was hoping some people would stop by tonight, so I just popped on a few minutes, just a couple minutes early to give people a chance to come in. Jane Alaska, it's good to see you. I'm glad you can make it. Hello, Michelle J. It's good, glad to have you here. So, yeah, I was kind of anticipating not many people being here just because of it being election day, but we'll just hang out for a few minutes, take a breather while the polls are still open before the results start coming in. We'll keep this politics free tonight for just a few minutes. Just let's just enjoy being together and spending some time with each other and just breathing for a few minutes. So I'm so glad to see you all here tonight. So hello from the heart of the evangelist. Welcome. I'm glad you could catch a live tonight. So I just wanted to take a few minutes to update all of you tonight because a lot has happened since the last live show. Um, as you can see, I am now home from the rehab, at least for the time being. So, thank you, Tanya. I am doing okay. I'm really tired today, though. I had a busy day. I worked with my new home health aide for the first time today, and then my two sisters and my niece came over for a while this afternoon. We had a really good visit with each other, but yeah, it did wear me out a little bit, but it's nice to be home, and it's just good to see all of you. Hey, the Orlando Prepper, it's good to see you. I caught your show from last night this morning. I meant to be there for it, but I fell asleep and didn't wake up in time to watch. But I will make sure that I'm there for your Thursday night show for sure. So, yes, I'm glad to be home, and I'm actually now with a different home health company. So I ended up going with Good Shepherd Hospice. They will be taking care of me from this point on. I like this company a lot better. I have my own team of that they for okay, let me back up here. For this hospice, they have different teams. I am on the Daisy team. So each team has their own doctors, their own nurses, their own home health aides. You have your own team. So I think this setup's going to be a lot better for me than what the other home health care uh, company was. So I've gotten to meet pretty much everyone on my team. Um, Yeah, I did meet my social worker. So yeah, I think I as of today I've met everyone on my team. So yeah, I think they're gonna take much better care of me. So hey, Lady Prepper's here. So I'm just really glad to be home. My plan going forward is to stay home as long as I can. Uh, my sister and I are working with someone who might be able to get me set up with Medicaid and to get the sale of my house set up so that Medicaid can't come in and take everything. But it's kind of all up in the air right now because at this point the lady we're working with told my sister that everyone that they've had on Medicaid that's went into an assisted living place had to have a roommate. And I already done told my sister that that's out. If they say that's the only way they can place me somewhere, just tell them to forget it, and walk away and I'll just stay home as long as I can. 'Cause I wouldn't be happy uh, sharing an assisted living room because it's basically like sharing a nursing home room with someone, and I've already done that, and I did not like it a bit. I would not be able to do any more live shows, no videos, no cooking, no anything. So yeah, I would miss you guys horribly, and it just ain't gonna happen. Carmela Barone, it's good to see you. I'm glad you can make it. So yeah, my plan right now is to stay home as long as I can. It will just depend on how often and how hard this bacteria thing hits my body because they already said it's going to keep hitting harder and faster, and each time is going to be a little bit worse until they won't be able to treat it anymore. So I'm pretty much already at that point. So we'll just play things by ear. I'll enjoy being home. Right now I'm able to fix stuff to eat. I had some chicken noodle soup for my supper tonight, and I'm able to get out and walk a little bit. And when I'm up to it, I can do my laundry and do my dishes and that kind of stuff. So as long as I'm feeling like I am right now, I'm just gonna stay here to home and do the things that I enjoy doing while I can enjoy doing them. So that's my plan going forward. So yeah, I sure did miss all of you so much. And now that I'm home, I'm hoping I can get back to doing some cooking videos. I'm gonna have to come up with a different plan because I was using Home Chef for some of my meals. If you remember, I had just gotten some uh, frozen meals that was pre-cooked that you just warmed up, but those meals are now part of a nationwide recall because of listeria in the meat that was supposed to have been cooked that was not cooked right. So I have some of those meals in my freezer still, so I think I'm just gonna toss them. I am not gonna take a chance on making myself sick. In fact, I'm almost wondering right now if that's not what made me so sick a few months ago when I ended up in the hospital was eating some of those meats that was not cooked properly. Even though I cooked them, they still had the listeria inside the meat, which can make you very sick if your immune system is low. So yeah, I'm wondering now if that's not what happened. So I think I'm gonna toss those meals and just go back to cooking my own stuff when I'm glad that where or when I'm up to doing it. So Lady Prepper, actually last Saturday I was so angry. The nursing director and the unit director woke me up from a sound sleep at 9 a.m. in the morning, yelling at me that they were bringing boxes in to pack my stuff up, and transport was being here to take me home. I had no groceries in the house because I had been in the hospital since in the nursing home or rehab since the end of June. I had no home health care set up. I had no bed because the other hospice company came and took their bed. I had no wheelchair because they came and took the wheelchair as well. I had nothing. They wouldn't even let me call my sister, who is my POA, to tell her that they were sending me home. They started packing my stuff up. They threw my phone in one of the boxes and sent me out to the car while they brought my stuff out. So I couldn't even get to my phone until after I was taken home to call my sister to let me know that I was home. So I I can't even begin to tell you guys how upsetting that was. I had never cried so hard in my life. I was like, "I want to go home, just give us the date to get all of this stuff set up," and they said, "No, you're going home now." So, it was just very traumatizing, and I just am still upset over the way that they released me. I thought they were keeping me until Medicaid till I was on Medicaid so that Medicaid would take care of the rehab bill and then I could go into assisted living. So I can already tell you guys that if they send me a bill for the months that I was there after the insurance stopped paying, I'm just tearing the bill up and throwing it away because I told them up front I couldn't pay out of pocket. So hey Trisha, welcome. I'm glad you can make it. So, yeah, pretty much, Trisha, I was dumped on my doorstep. The driver did make sure that I got up the steps. He threw my boxes inside the door. I managed to squeeze around the boxes to get in the door, and at that point, he was already gone. So, yeah, it was just me in my house until I could find whatever box it was. They threw my cell phone in so I could call my sister. I was so angry. I had I didn't even have internet. My sister and I had just canceled my internet because we thought I was going to be staying at the rehab. So we canceled my internet and took the equipment back to T-Mobile. So I didn't even have any internet to make a phone call or anything. I had to get help to get a message to my sister to let her know that I was home. So yeah, it was horrible. So yeah, they sent me a bill. Last I knew, they had sent me a bill that I had owed them almost $7,000. They aren't getting a dime from me. I can tell you guys that. It was awful. I had never been treated like that before in my life. It was that they wouldn't even listen to me. And to top it all off, I know this is TMI, guys, so bear with me. So when I was in the hospital in June, I had the hospital went ahead and changed my catheter before I went to the nursing home. It's supposed to be changed out every 3 weeks. So, I was at the nursing home the first week of July. Toward the end of July, I started begging all of the nurses to please figure out what to do to get this catheter changed before it got too bad. And they did nothing. That same catheter stayed in. Walter Davis, it's good to see you. Welcome. The same catheter stayed in from the end of June until yesterday when the hospice nurse finally was able to pull it out and change it. And it's still trying to heal and get back to what is normal for me. And it was absolutely unreal. Stephanie Barsick, I'm glad to see you. So yeah, they would not flush it. They would not let me flush it the entire time. They all they did was put that they would wake me up at 5 o'clock every morning to put a a dressing around the the opening of the tube where the catheter is inserted, and that was all they did. It was unreal. They had no clue at all how to deal with someone that has that kind of a catheter tube. I'm really surprised that I didn't end up back in the hospital with another infection again. So yeah, the whole thing was horrible. They should have sent me out to the hospital. They should have put me in an observation room until the urologist came in the next morning and let the urologist change it and then took me back to the rehab. That's what they should have done. So yeah, Betty Silsby, I'm glad to see you. So yeah, Trisha, that was is absolutely unbelievably crazy, and I can't eat. My brain cannot fathom what someone goes through in those places that doesn't know what's going around them and doesn't have a voice to speak up for themselves. I had a voice. I kept trying to get things done for myself, but my heart just breaks for those who can't, those who aren't aware of what's going on, those who can't speak up the kind of treatment that they're getting. They're not getting treatment. It just breaks my heart. So yeah. All right, enough of that. We were gonna make this a good chat. So yeah, it was just it was heartbreaking. So yeah, I'm gonna stay out of those places as long as I can. And if the time comes that I do have to go into one of those places, this time I will go in with hospice taking care of me and not the nursing home staff. So it will be a whole different ball game. All right. So on to a happier subject. Tonight I am drinking. Y'all will be proud of me. I'm drinking this zero sugar mandarin orange sparkling water. I think I either got it from Aldi or Publix. I think it came, not Publix, Aldi or Kroger. I think it came from Aldi, but this stuff I am really enjoying. It has a really good fresh orange flavor, and it has the bubbles that I like from the soda. So I've really been enjoying that a lot. Oh, I'm glad to hear that, Walter. I bet that helps you guys out a lot. So yeah, tonight we're just taking a breather. Um, no matter what happens from this point on, I think we can all agree that this moment is probably one of the most historic moments for this country. No matter what happens, it's going to change forever. It will never not be the same, whether it's for good or for worse. We don't know that yet, but we do know it's going to change. So it's up to us to make it a good change. So I'm trying to focus on that. Um, yeah, I just have been enjoying being home. I'm trying to get caught up on my coloring. I've taking a little bit of a break from the diamond painting, but I'm about ready to get back into it. Yeah, I've just been enjoying hanging out. I've been enjoying the quiet. I have enjoyed sleeping at night and not being woke up half a dozen times. So let me tell you how the nights go in the rehab. So it starts out around midnight. They come in to do blood pressure checks because shift changes around um 8ish, and by the time they get done doing their reports and stuff, it's usually around midnight before they come around to do blood pressure checks. So if you go to sleep before then, You're woke up for blood pressure checks. Then you're woke up when they come in and ask if you want fresh ice water. They wake you up to empty the trash can. They wake you up for medications. For me, they had to wake me up to do my catheter dressings. They woke me up for my thyroid medicine. They woke me up. There was something else they woke me up for. I'm trying to think of what it was. But it's like every hour someone's coming in the room to wake you up for something. So you don't sleep. That's why when you go in those places through the day, why everyone is sleeping through the day, it's because they don't let you sleep at night. So they sleep when they can, which is through the day. So I am so enjoying taking my night meds and going to bed and just sleeping all night in the quiet, no announcements, no staff laughing up and down the hallways, carrying on and keeping everyone up, and it's just amazing to be home. Yes. Yeah, that's right, Walter. Everything tonight changes. So, there is a quote from one of my favorite movies. I actually posted it on my Facebook page this morning. It says something like, whether we may try and fail, but if we don't try at all, then evil wins, and we can't let that happen. We have to make this world a safer place for our future generations, or something like that. It's from the Fallen movies, which, if you have not watched, is a really good series. I actually may rewatch those tonight, especially now I know that there's a third one. The first one is called Olympus Has Fallen. Olympus is code name for the White House. And the second one is London Has Fallen. And now the third one was just done last year, and it's called Angel Has Fallen. They all pretty much, the characters all carry over. Morgan Freeman is in all three movies, whom I absolutely love. He is just amazing at doing um presidential type speeches. I almost makes me wish he had been running for president. I think I would vote for him if he would have, because he's a really smart man. I've liked him all these years, and just about everything he's done. No one can deliver a presidential speech like he can. Um, oh wow, Walter, that is really good. I am really happy to hear that. So that is amazing. So yeah, I may go ahead and watch all three of those movies tonight. I think they're all free on YouTube. I know the third one is. I found the third one yesterday, so I've just kind of been holding off on watching it, but I think I might tonight. So yeah, we have to at least try, because if we don't at least try, then our enemies win, and we can't allow that. We have to keep trying. Oh, that is so good, Walter. Yeah, I had my right kidney removed in 2009, and it was right at stage 4 kidney cancer, so they caught it just in time. Glenn Anderson, welcome. I'm so glad you made it here. So yeah, Lady Prepper, I love those movies. They're a great stress reliever movie, but you have to like action movies, and you have to kind of overlook the F word because they do use that a lot. But other than that, they're great movies. So yeah, I've just been kind of catching up on videos, watching movies. I watched this one movie. Oh, I finally yesterday found the new Twisters movie on YouTube that you can watch for free. It it was good. It kind of piggybacks some things from the original Twisters movie, but not. It was kind of the same, but it wasn't the same. I did enjoy watching it, and I would probably watch it again. It was a good movie. I enjoyed it. So, well, I'm not gonna do a spoiler alert. I was kind of looking forward to seeing the cows again, but they had something other than cows in the new one. So I'll let you guys watch that one and see if you catch what they added to the new movie. So it's pretty good. Oh, oh, Walter, I haven't watched that, but it does sound like a good movie. I might give that a try. Um, I watched a movie the other night. I think it was called Storm Chasers. I'll have to go back to my history and find it and put a um I'll do a community post and put a link for it. Y'all really, really, really need to watch this movie. It started out to be like a Twisters type movie, but it actually turned out to be, if you have little ones watching, they have them plug their ears. And I'll just say right now, pardon my French, I've started calling these kind of movies, what the hell is this movie and why in the hell am I still watching it kind of thing. So yeah, pardon me for I hardly ever use naughty words, but that's what I call these movies. So that it was um Glenn, that might be it. Cause it was so weird. It was like they had these twister things, but then all of a sudden it wasn't like twister things. It was like alien things that were like sucking people up, and I was like, "What the heck is this?" But I ended up watching the whole thing, and it's one of those things that makes you go like, "Hmm, I wonder if that is really a possibility." So yeah, I'll go look that up in my Walter. It wasn't War of the Worlds. It did say Storm Chasers on it. So yeah, I actually thought it was a storm chaser type movie, but it was really good, and it's definitely one I am gonna watch again. It's just one of those kind of creepy things that you think you have figured out. You figure out who the bad guy is, and then all of a sudden, the bad guy isn't the person that you thought it was. And it just is has a lot of twists and turns in it, and it really made me think by the time it got done. I was like, "Oh my, that never even crossed my mind. In a million years, that would never have crossed my mind." So I'm not gonna spoil any more uh, for you guys for that movie, but I will go look it up and I'll post it in the community tab so you guys can go watch it. It is free to watch on YouTube, so you guys can watch it. Um, yeah, Walter, I started starts I think I did watch Sharknado, but I put that movie in with those other "What in the heck is this and why am I watching it" movies, so so yeah, it was it actually had me on the edge of my seat watching this thing because just when you think you have it figured out, they add something to it, and then it's not what you think it is. So, yeah, yeah, when the live show is over, I will go post the link for that. But yeah, I'm just been enjoying being home. Um I'm enjoying watching movies in the quiet without my headphones on as loud as I want to watch them. And I've been playing my keyboard. I had gotten a new keyboard right before I got sick. I think I was able to get it on payments, and I think I played it maybe twice before I went into the hospital. So I've been sitting with that um about every other night. I'll sit with the instruction book and work on it and figure it out. So I'm enjoying playing my keyboard. Once I get used to it, I'll try to do a couple music videos for you guys because I really do like the sound it has. It has some great rhythms to it. I am gonna do some cooking videos. I have an idea I'm gonna do for a Thanksgiving type video. If I can remember what I did with my tripod, I some kind of a way while I was gone, things in my house seems like they have gotten moved and I can't find anything. So I my house was messy before, but it was an organized type of mess. So I kind of like knew where everything was. Orlando Prepper, Lady Prepper, you kind of have figured out my organized mess thing. I did clean up a lot since you guys were here, so you'll have to come back again because it looks a lot better all cleaned up. But yeah, I'm just enjoying being home. I'm enjoying my water. I did my grocery order last night. I pretty much had to replace everything because except for some snacks I brought had delivered at the rehab, all of this food in my house had to be thrown out because it had been in the fridge since June and I wasn't going to eat any of it, so I just tossed it all. So I'll share a grocery haul video. I actually think I did really good. I'll wait and see what all I get. I'm hoping I get some eggs. My sister took me to Aldi over the I I think it was Friday, maybe it was Thursday. Cause yeah, they sent me home with no food in the house that I could eat except maybe some canned soup and that kind of thing, but other than that, nothing fresh. So she took me to Aldi, and the place where the eggs go was completely empty. They had not even a rack in the cooler. It was just an no empty racks, just an empty space. The price of the eggs was off of the front of the cooler, which tells me they have no idea when they are even getting more eggs in. Publix has eggs, but eggs at Publix are way out of my budget. So I don't even go into Publix anymore because the stuff is good and it's fresh, but they pay a premium price to have their shelves stocked and they pass that price on to the customer. So I can't afford to shop there anymore. So I usually just either do a Kroger order or and Instacart, and I do an Aldi order. So let me catch up here on the chat. Um oh, thanks, Lady Prepper. Yeah, right now I am feeling good. So so yeah, I caught Pinball's replay. So yeah, because I'm kind of sleeping off and on, and then catching up on videos on the replay. So guys, I see it's 7:30. It's about time for the polls to start closing. So I want us all to be able to go and do what we're gonna do, and keep an eye on the returns. And guys, just all we can do is pray that whatever happens, we know God's in control. No matter who gets in, God's the one that's in control. He's the only one that can save us. He's the only one that can fix this mess. So we just have to keep our minds focused on that. So um I'm going to say goodnight. It has been so good spending time with all of you. Thank you, Betty. I love seeing you too. I miss you. It's just been great hanging out with you guys, and hopefully I'll be able to do that cooking video, because I think it will be something really different that you guys are really gonna like. So I'll work on that when I'm up to it, and watch out for my Kroger haul video. And I think we're gonna be okay on this. I think people are gonna use their heads and not go batshit crazy. Pardon my language again. I usually don't use language on my channel, but yeah, we're just gonna trust that people are smarter than that, and pray to God to keep us all safe and move forward from here. So that being said, I will say, be happy, be safe, be blessed, and I'll see you all on the next video. Bye.